The NFL on CBS. Today's game is sponsored by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Ford and your Ford dealer, who are introducing the all-new LTD and Mustang. And by Mobil One, the synthetic motor oil that can save you gas and oil changes.
At the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, it's the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with George Allen and Jim Brown. We have the Los Angeles Rams undefeated, and they've won 4 and lost none. The New Orleans Saints are all even. They've won 2, lost 2. And Jim Brown, what do we have here today?
Well, what we have is the great city of New Orleans. Strange things happen here. The Rams are 14-4 against the Saints, but the 4 games won by the Saints have all been won right here in the city of New Orleans. Some people say that strange things can happen in New Orleans against visiting teams. Coach, what do you think about that?
Well, Jim, most of the great upsets in NFL history that involve the Saints have occurred in New Orleans. When you come here, you have to realize that you're coming to a fun city, and if you're not careful, you have fun and forget the business, and you don't concentrate on Sunday and you make mistakes.
That could very well happen. We'll find out. The Saints have won the toss, so let's take a look. That's the indication that the Saints will receive. And
well, so, Lindsey, the Saints' first game in their history in 1967, they won the toss and received, and a guy named Gilliam ran a kickoff all the way back for a touchdown. Historic play in their history.
And that's a great way to activate a franchise. It's going to be now Corral kicking off. Puts it up. And it's in the end zone. It's a touchback. It'll be brought out, put in play. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line as the New Orleans Saints saw Clarence Chapman feel the ball in the leg not to run it off. The Saints offensive line, Taylor, Woods, Hill, LaFerry, and Watson. You'll recall that they have 2 new guards. Ike Harris, Wes Chandler starting today. Henry Childs, the tight end for New Orleans. Archie Manning's the quarterback. Tony Galbreath and Mike Strachan are the running backs. Chuck Muncie is on the injury list. So it is 1st down and 10 yards to go. Ball is on the 20-yard line. Brought up by Archie Manning. Galbreath is carrying, but he's going nowhere. He is stopped by Cody Jones, and it's a loss of 3 yards back to the 17. The Los Angeles defensive front 4, Youngblood, Cody Jones, Larry Brooks, and Freddie Dreyer. Linebackers, Youngblood, Reynolds, and Isaiah Robertson. And deep we have Thomas, Perry, Elmendorf, and Simpson.
Lindsey, on that first play, they worked the right side of the Rams defense, the same as Houston did last week.
All right, 2nd down and 13. The ball is back at the 17-yard line. Running backs are split for Archie Manning. Manning's had a good year so far. And it is completed to his tight end, Henry Childs. And Henry Childs is at the 31-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Dave Elmendorf made the stop.
As we look at this from the end zone, we will notice that Manning has a lot of time. That's the key, because we thought that they would rush him tremendously today. Beautifully thrown ball.
That's a delayed type of pattern that allows the tight end to come out and come underneath, and it's a good pattern to throw against the Rams defense. The quarterback doesn't need quite as much time.
1st and 10. That play picked up 13 yards. It's at the 31-yard line. Manning has the ball. He missed Chandler. Chandler was all alone.
Had a touchdown. The Rams blew the defense.
Archie Manning knew he had him out there.
Oh, good play action fake. Plenty of time. The fake held the rush. Wide open here. Nobody covered him. He slipped, and it looked like the ball was underthrown. Sometimes when a receiver's wide open like that, the quarterback can't believe it.
Well, that was what they were hoping for right there. The big play that would have got them out in front. Chandler to the right side. Ike Harris to the left side. Childs, and it is incomplete. Dave Elmendorf covering. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New Orleans Saints and the National Football League is prohibited.
Jim, the type of defense that the Rams use, where they double the outside receivers, will allow Childs to be open. He's covered by the linebackers, so we probably will see a lot of passes to Childs going deep because they're doubling the two wideouts.
That's very similar to what Haden did with our tight end last week.
Yes.
Yes, Nelson.
Cromwell is in. Jack Reynolds is out defensively now for the Rams. It's an incomplete pass behind the line. Trying to get it to Wes Chandler out there on the right side. The punting unit comes on.
Well, the Saints are mixing their formations. That time they lined up with a single back in the backfield. I thought Manning was in charge. He had good imagination. What they had planned looked pretty good. They just didn't get it executed.
So Blanchard is back in deep punt formation. Tom Blanchard, who has averaged 42.1.
Blanchard used to be with the Giants, and he was talked out of retirement by Hank Stram. He wanted to retire, and he talked him out of retirement, and he's one of the better kickers in the league.
Led the conference last year. Jackie Wallace is deep to field the punt as the Rams rush 10. Penalty marker is down. He really booms it. It's at the 13-yard line, and it's at the 20 and at the 21, but there is a penalty marker.
Yeah.
Mark Messerol downfield to make the tackle. 57-yard punt.
Well, Rams offsides.
The Rams move first, so it should be against the Rams.
There's more penalties on the kicking game, Lindsey, since we changed the rules.
Absolutely, there are.
Defense, number 55, offside, decline.
It's declined so that it'll be first down and 10 yards to go at the 21-yard line. The Rams have the ball in their own territory.
Introducing a new American road car. The all-new Ford LTD for 1979. With more passenger room, more driver convenience, more handling ease, and more window area than last year's LTD. More room inside to help provide road car comfort on long trips. A V8 engine standard to help provide road car power and acceleration for the long stretch. And for even tough city driving, more handling ease than last year. LTD, a road car to take you across town or across the country.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island.
Ford LTD for 1979 in two-door, four-door, and wagon models. A new American road car. Available now at Ford dealers across the country.
First and 10 for the Rams. They have the ball at their own 21. We have no score. We're in the first quarter in New Orleans, Louisiana. Pat Haden brings them up. Cappelletti and Cullen Bryant are the setbacks. They loosen up Cappelletti to the left side. Haden is dropping back. And it is incomplete to Willie Miller, the leading pass receiver of the Rams. Maury Spencer covered. Here's the offensive lineman now. France, Mack, Saul, Hara, and Williams for the Rams. Ron Jesse, Willie Miller, who was the intended receiver there, and Terry Nelson, the tight end. Haden is the quarterback. Cullen Bryant and Cappelletti are his running backs.
Well, Haden came right out throwing. Had the man open. The Saints defense did a good job of jarring the ball loose.
I beg your pardon, it is Bryant.
Cullen Bryant.
Cullen Bryant. Yeah. Butterspiel made the tackle. That's Cullen Bryant. Took it to the 27.
Lindsey, the Saints used three forms of defense. That last play, they used what they call a flex defense, where one of the defensive linemen is off of the line and charges to a gap. It's a real good running defense. The Rams attack that flex. It's a little weak against the pass because you're back off of the ball and can't rush the passer as well.
Third down and 5 yards to go. Pat Haden. And it was Jesse. It was Jesse who had it and bobbled it. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass. An incomplete pass. Myers made the hit.
And Jim, Haden went on a long count there to try to draw him offside. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did. Now let's watch Haden. This is what he's been doing tremendously in the first 3 or 4 games. Third down, he's been throwing the ball good. This is a well-thrown ball. Jesse almost had it, but of course he was tackled and dropped the ball.
And it is Myers who is still down. Myers injured on the play. A free safety for the New Orleans Saints, and he's getting attention there.
Lindsey, the Rams had scored 3 out of 4 times the first time they got the football. So this is encouraging from the Saints standpoint. They stopped them.
Well, as we look out there, George and Lindsey, the Saints have a great positive attitude. They've had a lot of injuries, but their coach, Dick Nolan, said that they have been tremendous and they have a spirit, and that's what we're looking at today.
Yes, and this is the first time in their history they've been 2-2 at this stage of the season.
That's right.
That was a big play right there.
Dick Nolan right there, the head coach of the Saints.
He's telling them about the pattern that the Rams run and the defense to counter it.
And there's the head coach of the Rams, Ray Malavasi.
Coach Malavasi has been doing a great job with the Rams. He's been able to get the players motivated, and he's probably added a little diversification to the Rams.
Myers out the field, back in deep punt formation, Glenn Walker, who has averaged 38.3. Wes Chandler is deep to field it for the New Orleans Saints.
Chandler does a fine job returning punts. He's one of the better returners in the league.
Walker hangs it up there. Chandler calls for a fair catch, and he makes it at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Hang time of 4.45. So we're still in the first quarter. There still is no score at the Superdome here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Today, you'll turn a mountain of canvas and a truckload of living dynamite into one of the world's oldest fantasies, the circus. And together with every man and beast you've got, you'll haul and shove and shape that mountain until you finally reach the moment that says it's done. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Beer after beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller Beer.
Squarely over the center of the field, at the top of your screen, you see a projection screen that hangs right over the center of the field.
And if a ball hits that, a punted ball, it's a dead ball, you have to kick over.
And it has happened.
Yes, Ray Guy hit it twice.
So that is a hazard here at the Superdome in New Orleans. That last punt covered 38 yards from scrimmage. 1st and 10 now for the Saints. They held the ball at their own 35-yard line. Archie Manning brings them up. Strachan is carrying.
Lindsey, the Rams are in their even man line, which they use to rush the passer. And again, the Saints ran the Rams right side, their left side, Jim.
We can see that as we look at it, George.
Strachan picked up 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 now at the 38-yard line. They're sending Ike Harris far to the left side, Wes Chandler to the right side. Galbreath and Strachan are the running backs for Manning. That's Galbreath at the 41-yard line. Well, we've got Minnesota 10, Tampa Bay nothing in the 2nd quarter.
The Rams were still playing pass over run there. They're in the even man line. I'm sure they figure that they have to stop the pass first over the run.
We have a report now from the sideline that Myers merely was winded, and he's up and he's all right, which is good news.
Yeah, she's a good defensive back.
Motion across as Childs, and dropping back is Manning, and it's deflected, incomplete.
Watch, Manning got hit just as he threw. A delivery hit, a delivery sack. Let's see if we can see that. Watch Manning. Youngblood puts him on the turf.
This is the way that you soften up a quarterback, and that might mean an awful lot in the fourth quarter.
You get 4 or 5 or 6 of those, you
Jackie Wallace.
Better than a sack.
Jackie Wallace is deep to field the punt coming up now. Last one that was put up by Tom Blanchard was 57 yards. We're still in the first quarter.
Jackie had a little trouble last week fielding punts, but I'm sure that in last week's practice they worked on it. So let's look at it.
It's on the 26, bounds inside the 20. He's got it at the 17. Across the 20, 25, 30, up the sideline, cuts back 40, 45. Wallace to the 50-yard line. From the 17 to the 50.
You know what Jackie did there? He used good judgment on the bounce. He turned a bad play into a long gainer.
Yes, he did.
So now it's good field position for the Rams at the 50-yard line. Still no score in the first quarter.
At 35 degrees below zero, this is what you can do with a banana. This is what happens to a freshly cut rose. And this is premium motor oil. At 35 degrees below zero, this is what you can do with Mobil 1 motor oil. Mobil 1, the oil that saves you gas, helps get you going even at 35 below.
Introducing a whole new breed of Mustang. The all-new 79 Mustang from Ford. With a new aerodynamic design, precise handling, and Mustang performance from options of V6, V8, even a turbocharged engine. Mustang for 79, the new breed in 2-door and 3-door models. Capture one at your Ford dealer now.
On People, Phyllis finds Melina Mercouri, the world of twins, imitation dollies, and Travolta before he gave you the fever. On People, Monday night.
Here's the last play now, the return by Jackie Wallace.
Good judgment by Wallace. Turned a bad play into a long gainer, but one of the reasons that Blanchard is one of the most returnable kickers in the league is that he usually kicks a line drive or a long punt that you can return, not exceptionally high.
Jim Van Wagner was injured, special teams back, and was assisted off the field. First and 10 for the Rams at the 50-yard line. And it's Cullen Bryant hitting inside the 45 to the 44-yard line.
As we look at this from the ground level camera, we'll notice that Cullen Bryant is really running hard this week. He's got 2 hands on the ball, he's low, and he has determination. And the main thing is that Cullen Bryant is falling forward.
Second down and 4 yards to go. Cappelletti. He drove across the 40-yard line.
Gee, Cappelletti sees his hole so well. He picks the hole. Very seldom gets hit for a loss.
And these two guys seem to like playing together.
They do, Jim. They complement each other.
Cappelletti has a bounce the last 2 weeks that he's never had before.
And Bryant has the speed to go outside when he wants to.
That was the first round first down. It's first and 10 at the 40-yard line. Bryant again. Big Cullen Bryant through to the 34-yard line for 6.
You see what that punt return did? It gave the Rams great field position.
Now we're looking at Cullen Bryant. If we get a chance to see this now, watch this and watch the cutting ability this week of Cullen Bryant. Makes the move to the outside. Now he plants right there. He cuts back. He breaks a hand tackle, an arm tackle, and he falls forward again. That's the way to go, Cullen.
Cappelletti struggles to the 32-yard line, perhaps the 31.
Now on that play, we think that Cappelletti only gained a couple of yards, but the way that he gained those yards was a good run.
Yeah, he could have been hit for a loss right here.
Exactly right. He cut back, he shifted, he spun. And if you'll notice today, the Rams' back are falling forward, and I keep emphasizing that because that's a very important factor. In fact, the coach told me about that.
Jackie Slater's in there tackle now. Charlie Young is in there, the tight end. Third and short. They're on a wing right. Cappelletti didn't make it. It was Joe Fettersfield, the middle linebacker.
They anticipated that play because, see the charge? They're all slanting to their right. The offense is left.
George, I'll tell you, from the offensive point of view, Cappelletti made an outside slide. Now, we're looking at this. He only needs a short yardage, so he makes this outside slide. That is very difficult to carry off. An inside slide takes him downfield for the yard.
The last time Frank kicked, he had a field goal blocked. Let's see if that still bothers him.
Frank Corral with a 51-yard attempt. A 51-yarder, and this is going to be short, and the ball goes over at the line of scrimmage. It goes over 1st and 10 to New Orleans at the line of scrimmage, which is the 34.
That was a little bit, that snap was a little bit high and behind.
And 51 yards is a long ways to kick.
Still no score. We're still in the first quarter.
Zenith announces a breakthrough. System 3. System 3. The best Zenith ever. The best ever. A brand new picture tube for the sharpest Zenith picture ever. Sharpest picture. And an all-new modular chassis. All new. Designed to be the best performing, the most reliable color TV in Zenith history. The most reliable. Zenith. System 3. System 3. It's the best Zenith ever.
Noisy gang is headed into town. Time for the Arrestor. The Arrestor zinc-coated double-wrap muffler from Kmart. Have it installed by Kmart. And if anything goes wrong, they'll replace it free for as long as you own your American-made car.
Like other great car products, it's Kmart price.
Kmart's Arrestor. A very inexpensive way to lock away noise.
Ray Malavasi, an interested spectator along the sideline as the New Orleans Saints come up 1st and 10. They have the ball at their own 34-yard line. Archie Manning brings him up in an I formation. That's Galbreath in the fullback spot. Now, out to Chandler. Right flat, he cuts back to try to pick up a screen and goes to the 40-yard line. So they picked up 6 on the play.
The Rams were in their odd man line, which is stronger against the run. This is a fine play action screen to Chandler. Good runner, Jim Youngblood, 53, got out there quickly and made the play.
Coach Allen, what do you think of the Rams so far? How do you look at what they're doing right now?
I think that it's encouraging that the Saints have stopped them and have moved the ball a little bit. Have a chance for a ball game here.
Strachan and Galbreath in the I formation for Manning. This is Strachan. He's got a first down. Strachan to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
All right, now as we look at Strachan is taking Chuck Muncie's place. He's big, he's quick, and he's got his head up. Now, by keeping his head up, he can pick the hole. He's picking and he's sliding. And he's pulling, and as I said about the Ram backs, he fell forward. Dick Nolan likes his backs. He thinks that they're some of the greatest backs in the league. They're big, and they're fast, and they're quick.
Keep in mind that the Rams are undefeated. They have not been scored on in the first quarter of this season. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, this is Strachan carrying. Penalty marker thrown into the stack.
Yeah. Well, Lindsey, they're still working that right side again from the I formation.
Well, there must be a reason for them going to the right side. Coach, what do you think it is? I know Dreyer's over there. I know Robertson is over there. Is that the reason? It's because it's their strong side, their left side of the line?
Yeah, the holding against the Saints. Part of it, Jim, is the fact that Isaiah sometimes doesn't penetrate, doesn't get across, plays a waiting game.
So you would say he's stronger against the pass than he is against the run?
Much stronger.
Even though he's an all-pro?
Right, he's an all-pro, great athlete.
Offense, number 85, holding.
That's Henry
First down.
Childs, the tight end. It's 1st and 10.
Well, that's interesting, Coach, because no one's ever said that before.
1st and 20. Archie Manning brings him up now. 1st down, 20 yards to go for the Saints. Come on out! Manning retreats and sets. Incomplete over the head of Galbreath, who is his leading pass receiver.
Another flag, Lindsey.
As we look at Manning here, notice his release. He has a very strange release. His ball seems to be sailing, and he's definitely not accurate today.
Well, he's got pretty good pressure on him, Jim. He's going to have to get rid of that ball or be sacked a lot. I don't think the Rams are going to have to dog him a lot or blitz him, because I think they can have a good chance of getting in there with a 4-man rush. Here's
another holding penalty.
Offense.
See, that's
number 64, holding. First down.
Dave LaFerre, who's playing Conrad Dobler's guard. 1st and 30.
Conrad Dobler? He's famous, right, George?
I like him. He makes the offensive line physical.
He is definitely physical.
1st and 30 now for Archie Manning. Strong.
Good move.
Well,
it's up only 2.
You see, in that situation, you want them to run the football. Let them run it and pick up a few yards. Youngblood made him cut back there.
Oh, yes.
So they picked up 2 yards. It is now 2nd and 28. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter at the Superdome in New Orleans. Penalty marker.
Well, Youngblood's offside.
Jack Youngblood.
You see now, there's another delivery sack that doesn't count in the records, but it has its toll. Watch.
Defense,
it's
number 85, offside, 2nd down.
Now here comes the nickel defense in for the Rams. In that situation, Jim, the defensive end, a good pass rusher, can gamble once in a while.
You're absolutely
get the jump.
You're absolutely right, Coach. We're looking at Manning there. Manning is a great humanitarian. He's won the Baron Wizard White Award for his services to the young people of the country, and I think that's a great thing.
2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's the pitch to Chandler. Woo! Chandler was met standing up over there at the 36-yard line by Isaiah Robertson.
Yes, there is vengeance in his mind. Now, if we see Isaiah coming up, he's still a little high. Chandler is not as strong and tough as certain other backs we know.
Well, Chandler is a wide receiver, so he's not going to overpower Isaiah, Jim.
So as we watch Isaiah there, Coach, he is still high.
Right, exactly. Way too high.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 22. Manning. Icarus. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Pat Thomas.
Well, Manning's going for broke on this, trying to get the big play. He had pretty good protection. The receiver's running what we call a corner pattern, which is pretty good against the coverage the Rams have. But he's well covered here, front and back, almost intercepted.
Does he have a slightly sidearm release, Coach?
He does. He throws with a 3/4 motion, Jim. The ball sails at times.
Match is back to punt now. He's punted twice, and he's averaged 50.5 yards on 2 kicks. Jackie Wallace back there.
Let's see what type of punt he gets off this time.
But he doesn't get one off at all. It's blocked. is picked up, and it's being run in there for a touchdown. The Los Angeles Rams with White Scales running it in.
All right, this is what George Allen loves. Coach, this is beautiful.
Well, you see, first of all, the snap was high. He had to go up for the snap real high, which allowed number 21, Cromwell, to come in. See, nobody really blocked Cromwell. He did a good effort, hit the ball with his left arm. We talked about this.
Right Scales picked it up.
Before the show, Jim and Lindsey, that remember we blocked a punt against Blanchard when he was with the Giants. His rhythm is such that he's not a fast kicker, he's not a slow kicker. And if the mechanics aren't exactly right, the snap isn't perfect, you can block one.
Well,
Coach, see the high snap there? That broke his rhythm.
Coach, let me make this point. Number 52, I won't call his name, did not make his block.
Great effort by Cromwell.
Yes, great effort.
Twisted his body, and that type of play takes the heart out of it. Here it is again.
Did you notice 52? He took an inside move.
You always have to get a solid hit on the people inside.
Well, that's what we call a mental error. It's definitely his man.
Conversion attempt coming now. Cromwell was shaken up. He was assisted off the field. John Leipold, Frank Corral attempt. It is wide to the left, and it's no good. As Frank Corral did not convert, and the score is the Los Angeles Rams 6 and the New Orleans Saints nothing.
Well, that's a good way to get on the scoreboard. In a hurry.
That was the 8th punt that Blanchard has had blocked out of 556 in his career with the Saints and with the Giants. And so the Rams are on the scoreboard first, and they have scored with 4 minutes 4 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter.
You know, that center gets very little recognition, but his performance is so important. To put that ball back there right in the kicker's hands, whether he wants it on his outside or right into his belly. And there was a case where the snap was a little high. I think he could have gotten it off in spite of the missed block.
Do you think this might affect Corral? He's had 2 misfortunes so far.
Yes, I think he's pretty poised guy.
Taken by Chapman at the 3-yard line. He's back to the 10 to the 15. Chapman gets it up to the 19-yard line. Well, the CBS Sports Spectacular will be coming up next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 Central and Pacific. The U.S. Grand Prix. Taped highlights from Watkins Glen. And competing will be Mario Andretti. First time he ever won a Grand Prix, it was at Watkins Glen. Then there'll be the Man of War Stakes, the 20th running of that great race from Belmont Park. Then the World's Strongest Men competition, premiere of this year's competition, featuring unique test of strength by some of the world's strongest men. And the first event of the season is the barrel lift. That's the Sports Spec on CBS next Saturday. Kickoff is returned for 18 yards. It's 1st and 10 now. Just short of the 20. Galbreath. And he moved to the 22-yard line.
The big thing the Saints have to do now is keep their poise. It's early. They've been playing pretty well. The Rams got a quick score, and that type of a play can rattle your team. By the way, the Rams had a season goal of 11 block kicks for the year, and I believe that's 4 for them, so they have a chance to make that goal.
3 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in this first quarter. And we have second down, 8 yards to go at the 22-yard line. So Strachan at the line of scrimmage. Jack Youngblood there.
This play was well played by the Rams. They didn't go for it. Strachan made a good move, but really to no avail. Let's look at it. The Rams are playing their position, holding their men,
90,
moving.
Yeah.
Strachan does the best that he can, but there's nothing to do when the defense plays in that manner.
Well, the Rams defense right now is on offense. Now they come in with a nickel. These last 2 series, the Rams defense has taken over.
You saw Malavasi getting a little pacing along the sideline. Baseball scores second inning. Cleveland is leading the Yankees by a score of 4-2. It's the final day of the season. The Yanks lead the Red Sox by 1 game. Quick pitch. the 32-yard line. Jim Youngblood coming over to make the tackle on Chandler. Wes Chandler carry.
That's good against the nickel defense, Jim.
Yes, now watch Chandler follow his interference. Makes a great cut. And his own man, who doesn't expect him to be there, is in his way.
They're lined up in what we call an ace formation. There's one remaining back. It's primarily a pass formation, but you can flip the ball and run wide like they did. Good call.
The guard in front of Chandler was Dave LaFerre as a pick up of 10 yards on the play. It's first and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Saints. Manning. And it's Henry Child, a big tight end, and he's at the 45.
It's good to see Manning throwing here on first down. He had good protection. And here's Childs open on a stop pattern. And Childs is the type of receiver that fights for every yard he can get.
The point you made about throwing on first down is very interesting, Coach, because when you throw on first down, the pass rushes aren't quite the same. It's a good technique.
They picked up 13 yards to make it first and 10 now for the Saints at their own 45. The Rams are leading 6-0 in the first quarter. 1 minute, 42 seconds left in the period. Bobbled, picked up by Manning. Archie Manning dropped back at his own 39-yard line by Reynolds and Cody Jones.
Now, this could be the center snap. We really can't tell from this angle. It was probably the fault of both the center and the quarterback. It's an unfortunate situation because it stops the drive to a certain extent.
The break Archie got is he got a good bounce, a basketball bounce on the artificial turf.
Yes.
If it had been on grass, he could have lost it. It looked like it slipped through his hands.
Loss to 5 makes it 2nd and 15. Wide receivers left and right for Archie Manning with the running back split. Strachan and Galbreath. Manning now. Steps up, scrambles out, still behind the line of scrimmage, but he's going to keep it, and he gets up to the 43-yard line. Pat Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, Youngblood was right in on him.
Archie Manning, now I want you to watch this because there is a lot of indecision on the part of Manning. He's a good runner. He has been a good runner. But here he doesn't make up his mind. Consequently, he isn't fish or he isn't foul. He's looking, he wants to run, he really wants to throw. So when he decides to run, it's a little too late. I think if he had made up his mind to run, he could have gained a lot of yards.
Now it's 3rd down and 11, and the ball is at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, the Rams are in the nickel defense, 5 defensive backs.
As Chandler in motion outside right. Archie, and nowhere to go. Isaiah Robertson finally got him after being closed off.
See, that particular formation, what I call the ace formation, your pass protection is such that it's difficult to pick up certain dogs, certain blitzes, and that's what happened. They didn't pick it up, and you can get sacked for a big loss.
And he comes off as the punting unit has come on now.
And that's what they'll probably get.
Jackie
a lot of dogs if they keep using that formation.
Jackie Wallace back there deep to field the punt. And there is the gun. Time has run out. So that is the end of the first quarter here at the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. And the score is the Rams 6 and New Orleans nothing.
Tough Ford Trucks, America's best-selling truck line. Ford Tough. Tough couriers. And tough pickups. Tough four-wheelers and Broncos. And tough vans. Tough big trucks. Tough Ford Trucks. America's best-selling truck line.
30 years ago, on a hot summer's day, your father taught you how to dig for clams. Now that it's a job, the sun seems hotter and the day longer, but the clams taste just as sweet. And now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best-tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller Beer.
When a guy uses a quality motor oil, he's saying, engine trouble, stay away from my door. What he wants is protection, and that's what STP motor oil is all about. Its special formula has 7 important additives. It's made to protect and lubricate an engine for 15,000 miles. That's extra protection, and it's tested and proven, so try it with confidence. Yeah, for my car, it's STP.
As we start the second quarter now, the Rams are leading New Orleans by a score of 6-0. This is Lindsey Nelson with George Allen and Jim Brown at the Superdome. It is 4th down. Bryant is back to kick. Wallace is deep to field it for the Los Angeles Rams.
Looks like they're going after it again.
10 men up there. This time it's short hop. The other snap was high. That one was low, but it's a good punt. At the 18-yard line, Wallace to the 20-25 to the 30, and goes it up to the 34-yard line.
Flag down.
52-yard punt, but a marker on the run back.
Now, as we look at this punt, think of Jackie Wallace, who's fairly new back there. Watch his body action. You will see that he is a little tentative. He had a good run back before, but it's sort of the sign of a new man. His move there was not definite. And the kid is really trying to get his confidence up. He doesn't want to fumble the ball anymore.
Illegally downfield. Decline. First down.
Violation of the kick coverage rule has been declined so that the Rams take the ball where they have it at their own 34, 1st and 10.
Lindsey, another penalty on the kicking game again.
Again, it's right. 6-0. The Rams are leading New Orleans. Second quarter.
How good is the investment information at your investment firm? Maybe it depends on the firm.
I think the market analysis group at our firm is top.
We have research in municipal bonds. We have it in corporate bonds, tax shelters.
We have access to opinions on over 1,000 securities within 2 minutes.
Who offers this kind of in-depth investment information? You know who. Sure, there are lots of investment firms, but there's only one, Merrill Lynch.
Are we gonna be the bowling champs tonight? Yeah! Are we having a problem? Yeah.
Did I forget my Prestone?
Yeah.
Take out the old, put in the 2. Put in the Prestone 2.
Protect against freeze-ups and corrosion. Take out old, weak antifreeze and put in America's most trusted antifreeze, Prestone 2.
Take out the old, put in the 2. Put in the Prestone 2.
And when you flush your cooling system, use Prestone Super Flush.
It is 1st and 10 at the 34 for the Rams. In the first quarter, the Saints had 4 first downs. The Rams had only 1. Saints had 18 yards passing. The Rams had none. Rushing 31 for the Saints, 21 for the Rams. Cullen Bryant powered through to the 42-yard line before Joe Federspiel and Tom Myers brought him down.
Well, that's what I think the Rams can do. They can pound it out and run on the Saints and then make their passing game more effective. They picked up 8 yards on that.
And the great thing about Haden is that he is not anxious to pass. He wants to do what is going to help the team. A lot of quarterbacks aren't that way.
Lawrence McCutcheon kneeling there on the sideline. Hasn't been in action since preseason game on August 17th. 2nd and 2, 8-yard gain on the last play. Cullen Bryant again, and he's got the first down, and he's still in motion out to the 49.
All right, Cullen. Cullen made a very nice spin that time.
And he's...
Ground level camera, Coach.
Look how he's protecting that ball, too, Jim, right in there as he's hit. He covers it up with his other arm.
I'll tell you, that's great because they really haven't fumbled. They haven't hurt their team. But a great back cannot carry the ball like that because you have no maneuverability.
Right. Only
but he's making a wise choice.
Yes.
He's put it to the wide.
Once you're hit, protect the ball.
1st and 10 at the 49 for the Rams, who lead 6-0. Pat Haden. And he hits him. It's Jesse to the 37-yard line.
See, on this particular play, it's 1st and 10. Pat gives him a play-action fake, cuts down the rush, throws a stop pattern, which is a good safe pass to Jesse. It was on a quick count. He's in charge.
That was the first Ram pass completion of the day, coming at 13 minutes remaining to be played in the first half. Jesse across. Pat Haden pumps once. Throws to Jesse, incomplete. Making a move on the ball was Clarence Chapman, 24.
Another first down pass, Jim.
Yes, Chapman played this very well, though. That fake should have moved him out of position, but actually it didn't. And Ron Jesse, being a great receiver that he is, was really not open.
Yeah, the defender had perfect position on him, inside position.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Spotted there, at least. Cappelletti firmly in the grasp of Derlin Moore.
See, the fans think there ought to be a penalty there, but the tight end can move. He can move. He can flex himself in or out, and that's who moved. It was the...
Well, he did move on this, Coach.
See, that's why they're booing.
Loss of 5 on the play. It is 3rd and 15. Ball is at the 42-yard line of the Saints and Ram possession. Willie Miller left, Ron Jesse to the right side. Pat Haden. Jesse's
beautiful catch.
The 20.
Beautiful catch. On this play, Jesse has the great athletic ability. As we look out there, you're going to see Ron leave his feet. And this is why I think the Rams have 2 of the best receivers in the league.
That's tremendous execution. The ball's thrown right to the spot. Haden had time to throw. Hayden's been tremendous on third down.
Third down and long. He's been great.
Last week he was 11 out of 16. See, he has that time.
Pat Haden has arrived, no doubt about it.
Full house backfield, motion outside by Jesse. Cullen Bryant to the 18-yard line. Alex Price made the stop.
Hayden's been more dangerous on 3rd and long than he has any other down.
Which is the toughest situation to have to deal as a quarterback.
Los Angeles Rams have the ball now. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. They have it at the New Orleans 18. We have 11 minutes remaining to be played in the first half. Lindsey Nelson with George Allen and Jim Brown here at the Superdome in New Orleans. Cullen Bryant closed off at the 21-yard line. Ray Brown got to him first.
Nice job by the Saints defense of stringing it out. Watch them string it out. They get pretty good penetration. Now he tries to cut back in the inside pursuit.
In that situation, Coach, if Cullen had made a slight move, a hesitation, it might have allowed him to hit a crack. But he really was determined in getting outside that time.
Here's 3rd down again.
3rd and 10, short of the 20-yard line. Haden going long. Miller, and he's got it for the touchdown. Willie Miller took it.
You see, in an effort to compensate for the lack of pass rush, they dogged. They went one-on-one. He ran a cornered pattern. The Rams picked up the blitz. Easy pickings.
Willie Miller, he's 31 years old.
Here's the rush, the dog. They're dogging extra men to put pressure on him. Now it's one-on-one in the secondary. See 54 come in there?
Yes. And a lot of people
here it is.
Think that Willie Miller is too old.
Oh.
But this guy is quick. He does all the right things. And with Jesse, they're fantastic.
Corral with a conversion. Nolan Cromwell holding, and it's good. So as they come back up the field, it is 13-0. The Rams taking a 2-touchdown lead over the Saints, and we have 9 minutes, 55 seconds left to play in the first half here at the Superdome.
Energy for a stronger America.
A lot of the oil and gas under America's land has been found, and our known resources are dwindling. Right now, we're using nearly twice as much oil as we're producing, and considerably more than we're finding. This is why Exxon researchers continue to look beyond conventional sources for more energy, including ways to harness solar power, in order to provide more energy for our strong America.
Americans have always had a love affair with the automobile. And of the more than 2,500 different cars introduced, one was the best-selling ever. This one, Ford Fairmont. Presenting Fairmont 79, designed for a changing world, with lots of room for the money. A great EPA mileage estimate for today's driving, and a range of sticker prices that are surprisingly low. America has made Fairmont the best-selling new car ever introduced. Sedans, wagons, and the exciting Futura at your local Ford dealer.
Frank Corral taking the ball up to kick it off for the Los Angeles Rams. And dropping back deep, Wes Chandler, Clarence Chapman, and Rich Moody for the New Orleans Saints. Saints are trailing by 13 points, so it's up to them now. Do they try to get something started? Do they get something on the scoreboard, or do they get blown out of the Superdome in New Orleans, having trailed now 13-0 early in the second quarter? Chandler is retreating, and he's 4 yards deep. Goal line 5. He's out to the 10 to the 15. Slips at the 20-yard line, but untouched. He gets up and tries again. Dropped the football, and it is recovered by the New Orleans Saints. It was Kim Jones on the ball. That is he, 32, right there. Kim Jones.
Frank Corral does a great job of kicking off. Every kickoff is into the end zone, 2-3 yards deep, and they're hard to return. Anytime you hold a team inside of the 20 with the new kicking rules, Lindsey, that's great.
It is, in fact.
18.
First and 10 now at their own 19-yard line. Archie Manning. That's Childs in motion across. And it is intercepted on a deflection. It's taken by Rod Perry, and Rod Perry takes it up. It was deflected by Isaiah Robertson, intercepted by Rod Perry, who took it in for the touchdown.
Well, that's...
Now, this ball by Manning was really thrown bad. In fact, it looked as if Manning was throwing to Isaiah Robertson.
Well, Isaiah got back good. He got depth, and he got his hands up, Jim, and deflected it. Perry's in the right spot at the right time. An easy touchdown.
Third touchdown of the day for the Los Angeles Rams.
They have one on defense, one on offense, one on special teams.
28-yard return. Corral boots the conversion, and it is good.
Well, let's look at Archie Manning. Look at the release. I mean, he's been very successful so far this year, but somehow the ball seems to be floating.
It is the Rams 20 and the Saints nothing in the second quarter.
Ever need to rent a car fast?
Nobody does it better. Hertz leads the others by far. Nobody does it faster for you. Hertz, the superstar.
Nobody has more of what it takes to get you into a new LTD or other fine car faster.
Hertz, the superstar.
As a State Farm agent, when people come into my office and sign an application for insurance, my job is just beginning. There's no sitting back and putting the file away.
Agent Vince Grammarosa talks about State Farm service.
We're continually reviewing their protection. We're continually talking to them. It's on a personal service basis from day to day, month to month. We never forget the people.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Next Saturday, CBS Sports Spectacular presents the U.S. Grand Prix East from Watkins Glen, the world's strongest man competition, and more. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Frank Corral is kicking off for the Los Angeles Rams, and Chandler is center deep. However, it's going over to the side of Clarence Chapman. Goes into the end zone for a touchback, first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Well, CBS is where the fun is tomorrow night with the delightful new comedy WKRP in Cincinnati. Starting things off for the evening, and it's followed by People, where the spotlight is on Melinda McCurry and John Travolta. and then MASH, One Day at a Time, and Lou Grant. So turn us on and let CBS turn you on tomorrow night.
Lindsey and Jim, if you get behind this early in pro football, you still have a chance to pull it out if you keep your poise. Don't try to get it back in one play. And the Saints had some tough breaks here.
1st and 10 at their own 20. Strachan. Not a foot, if anything. Well, Minnesota's gone ahead of Tampa Bay by a score of 17-7 in the 3rd quarter now, and the Giants are leading Atlanta 14-7 in the 3rd. St. Louis 10, Miami 10 in the 3rd quarter. St. Louis looking for its first win of the year, and the Cleveland Browns are leading Houston 10-0 in the 3rd quarter. Kansas City trailing Buffalo 21, Kansas City 6 in the 3rd. Pittsburgh 28, the New York Jets 10. Pittsburgh still undefeated. San Diego 20, New England 7 in the 2nd quarter. Right here, it's 20-0. The Rams are leading the Saints. 2nd down play here with Manning retreating. Goes long, too long, incomplete. He had Childs, for whom he was trying to get the ball.
Well, in this situation, I don't think it's Manning's fault. I think that Childs broke a pattern.
Well, he's reading the defense. It's 2nd and 10, so it's a passing situation. They're right in on Manning, too. He had to throw the ball or get hit.
Well, he didn't have to throw away through it.
Well, he did.
But he could have gotten rid of it.
Yeah,
is that what you mean, Coach?
Yeah.
I see.
He expected Childs to run a go pattern, and Childs stopped.
Manning has completed 3 out of 10 for 32 yards and 1 sack. 3rd down and 9 at the 21-yard line. Manning tried Childs again.
Well, he's going to Childs because of the type of defense the Rams are using. And Childs has come through for him in the past. He had a scramble here or be sacked. He got hit as he released again.
Well, he really didn't seem like he wanted to run the ball. On 2 occasions, I think that he would have been better off running the ball. He took the blow anyway.
So Blanchard's entered to the punting. He's punted 3 times for a 51-yard average and had 1 block so far. Jackie Wallace is deep to receive the punt for the Los Angeles Rams. Wallace at the 32. 35-40. And at about the 42-yard line. So it is still excellent field position. A punt of 48 yards from the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 20-0.
The new Ford Pinto for $79. A new design for a little American workhorse. New up here. New back here. New in here, and it's loaded. Bucket seats, standard. AM radio and electronic ignition, standard. 2.3-liter engine, standard. Electric rear window defroster, standard. Rack and pinion steering, standard. Front disc brakes, standard. A spanking new addition. The 79 Pinto at your Ford dealer.
These are 2 of today's newest razors. The one on the right is the new Norelco rotary razor. This one has 2 blades, the new Norelco 36. This one pivots up and down. The new Norelco has 3 adjustable heads that float and a new shaving angle. Both give you a close shave, but there is one thing they offer that Norelco doesn't. Gotcha! The new Norelco rotary razor. Very close, but no gotcha.
Little trouble on the snap. Penalty markers go down.
Yeah. The Saints were in what they call their zip defense, expecting a run. And Haden had trouble on the exchange.
It's a little hesitation on the center's part, I think. On that
lucky they didn't fumble.
Offense, 61. 1st down.
This is a big series, Jim, for the Saints. If they stop them here, it gives them a little encouragement. If they don't, let them go down and score. It's about over.
Procedure penalty cost them 5, 1st and 15. Slipping a little on the cut, Jerry Latin, but moved it across to the 44-yard line before Tom Myers brought him down.
Gee, Haden mixed his cadence great there. That was a quick count.
Now let's watch Tom Myers, number 37. He comes all the way from the opposite side of the field. Good position, drops his head, tries to lift, but he does the job. It's good when a man from the offside can come across because that's what you need.
Second down, 7 yards to go. The ball is short of the 45-yard line. Again, they loosen up Phillips. Lattin's in the left set. Pat Haden. Complete to the 49-yard line to Charlie Young.
That's, Jim, that's the same type of pass that...
now let's watch... Oh, I'm sorry, George. Go ahead.
The Saints ran. It's a delay underneath pattern. It's a good pass to pick up 6-7 yards.
Oh, yes, and Charlie Young is probably glad to be getting one. You know, he's a great tight end. It's
yes,
unfortunate
he is.
that they have two of them.
Two All-Pros.
Third down and 2, and the ball is just short of the 50-yard line. Pat Haden. Incomplete to Jerry Lattin.
Now, on that, the reason that was incomplete, Pat Haden was expecting him to hook up. He was expecting Jerry Lattin, number 24, to hook up. See him point with his finger there?
Yes, I understand, Coach. Lattin is new, so he probably is not quite up on the assignments.
See, that's what we call a whisk pattern, and he hooks right up at 5 yards to get the first down. Instead, he continued running the out pattern.
Give him a couple more weeks, and he probably won't do that.
He's still learning the system. That's the reason.
Glenn Walker's deep. He's punted one time for 38 yards. Chandler ready to receive the punt. And it's blocked. It is a block kick. Picked up, and it can be advanced. So it's Tim Jones. Tim Jones who blocked the kick. And Eric Felton who recovered it. Tim Jones blocked the kick.
Walker took his time, and Jones was right in on him. They didn't get the good bounce, or they'd have had a touchdown.
And Eric Felton recovered the ball.
Now the Saints have to take advantage of this to get back in the game and wake up the crowd. They got to get on the board here.
Well, the crowd, they are away.
First and 10 for the Saints. They have the ball at the Rams' 36-yard line. Archie Manning brings them up. Galbreath to the 32-yard line.
That's the power that Coach Dick Nolan's talking about. Galbreath has a lot of that. He has a lot of speed. Did you see something, Coach?
Running, good block on Isaiah. You see that, Jim? Good block on Isaiah.
Well, you mentioned something about the running game earlier, Coach, I think.
This is such a crucial series if the Saints are going to make something here.
Second and 6. They picked up 4 of the balls at the 32-yard line. Strachan to the 30.
Jim, they're still pounding that right side, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Now, there's a balance with that, Coach. They probably have their better blockers on that side, on the left side of the Saints line. But we should point out that 2 of their first-string guards have been hurt. They've had a lot of injuries in their offensive line. So we must give them credit for just having really a positive attitude to
Yeah, in this situation, you might go for it both downs. You're 20 points behind. It's third down and 3. 2 downs to get 3 yards.
Ball's at the 30-yard line. Galbreath powered to the 26-yard line, and it's very close. Very close as they'll spot the ball carefully here. Coach George Allen indicated that they probably would use both downs, trailing by 20 points, and now they're going to be inches short, I think. Maybe might have picked it up. They're going to measure. It's inches short.
Well, it's my guess, Coach, that they're probably going to go for it.
Oh, they got to go for it.
Got to go for it. 3 points won't really do it at this point.
They get Larry Hardy in there in a double tight end now.
They got to go for it, and they got to make it.
5 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the first half. The Rams are leading 20-0. 4th down. New Orleans in possession. At the 27-yard line. Galbreath and Strachan in the eye. Strachan up and over. 1st and 10.
All right.
Up and over.
Yeah, well, that's...
This is the Chuck Foreman style. Strachan determined here. He leaps now. Why does a back leap in this situation? Because we have the defensive line charging low. When they charge low,
go over
you
the
go
top.
up, right?
Right,
Coach.
Jim.
All right.
When they're low, go over.
Yes, sir.
2 hands on the ball again.
2 hands.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Now it's out right. All the way down to Chandler at the 11-yard line and maybe the 10.
That is a tremendous call, Jim, right down in here. A play-action screen to your wide receiver, to your best runner, Chandler. Now he cuts back against the grain. Heck of a call right in that area of the field.
You know, it must be slippery out there, Coach, because he has been slipping. If he didn't slip on that play, it probably would have been 6.
It's 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line now. New Orleans Saints with a scoring opportunity here in the 2nd quarter. Strachan gets inside the 5-yard line on a cutback.
Now let's watch the quickness of New Orleans. Dick Nolan said this team has a great attitude. He loves his players. This is an example of it. They're way behind. You have a runner who's going through. The attitude, the positive attitude is all there, although they are way behind.
Well, they're down there in that territory where everybody's looking to tackle the football. It is 2nd down and 5 at the 5-yard line. And this time, Isaiah Robertson got there.
Well, the Rams had a dog on there. Isaiah penetrated, came right across. That takes away the option of going in and out. Now watch Isaiah fly across here.
Yes, there is something about Isaiah. He's such a great athlete. If he wants to play anything hard, he can do it.
Strachan lost a yard.
Now it's 3rd down. This is a big down for the Saints.
On the 6-yard line. It is 3rd and 6 on the 6. Throwing back and touchdown. He got it back to Ike Harris. Ike Harris took it for the touchdown. 36 yards in 8 plays. Archie Manning.
Archie Manning. Very beautiful scramble.
His ability to run and scramble made this pop. An immobile quarterback couldn't have done it. No chance.
And to throw back against his body movement is a very difficult throw.
So at 2 minutes 9 seconds left in the half, the Saints are on the scoreboard. Conversion attempt coming now. John Leipold will attempt. Blanchard is holding for him. Leipold boots it. It's good. So we have 2 minutes 9 seconds left to play in the first half. And here is Archie Manning once again.
Now I've kept talking about Archie's release. It's not there. Now, as he moves, I might have to change my mind because throwing back against the grain in this situation is a very difficult chore.
Jim, Archie throws as well as anybody on the run, to his right or his left. Actually, that's how he made his reputation at Mississippi. Great quarterback to throw on the run. In fact, when we used to defense him, I'd rather see him in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew where he was.
Well, you know, he has more completions than any other quarterback in the National Football League. So he has had a fast start.
This makes a game out of it, Lindsey.
Absolutely.
That block punt was a lifesaver for the Saints.
Special teams.
That's it. They set the pace.
Yes, sir.
We've had 2 block punts. That's something you shouldn't see on your own ball club. You shouldn't see that in a whole season. Yeah. Leopold.
Jerry Ladden, Jim Joe Dodden, Rod Phillips, a deep to receive the kickoff for the Los Angeles Rams. Lipo picked up after Rich Zarro went out with an injury. Last week he won the ball game with a little help, a field goal that hit the upright, but went through the uprights anyway.
Short kick.
Taken by Jerry Ladden. Struggles to the 35-yard line.
Short kick.
Short kick is very, very difficult.
And not very high. Not very high either, Jim.
The 2-minute warning has come around now, so we have 2 minutes to play in the first half, and Los Angeles leads New Orleans 20-7.
Here's to good friends.
Here he comes.
Tonight is kind of special.
Hey, we almost gave up and sent out for pizza. Sorry. All I could get were lobsters and Lowenbrow. All I could get were lobsters and Lowenbrow. Well, it's the last party of the summer. I figured I'd shoot the works.
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well, like the song says, here's to good friends.
When you want it cut out quick, our brand's the one to pick. You can trust AC.
Thanks, AC.
Spark plugs by AC. We help you pick up speed, and speed is what you need. You can trust AC. Thanks, AC. Spark plugs by AC. So when you want to go, we're the name to know. You can trust AC. Thanks, AC. Spark plugs by AC. Thanks, AC.
2 minutes remaining in the first half now. Rams leading by a score of 20-7. They held the ball first and 10. They have it at their 35-yard line. Cullen, Bryant, John Cappelletti are the setbacks. And Haden going long. Miller with a sliding catch. Willie Miller with his 19th reception of the year at the 32-yard line.
That's a
quick timeout.
That's a great call and a great execution by Haden.
You know what's happening, Coach? You call this play. In other words, you knew the strategy. Now watch this catch by Willie Miller. The ball was a little underthrown. He thought of nothing else other than catching the ball. He was satisfied with the distance. That is a smart football play.
Yes. Hayden's in complete charge the last few weeks. He's really on offense. He's taken over. He's got the defense on defense. See, he had great field position there. Now he's talking to Charlie Waller, who was the quarterback coach and was with me in Washington for a long time, doing a fine job. See, there's 1:46 to play. The Rams are in great position to come away with a score.
What does the coach talk to a quarterback about at a time like this?
He's telling them how to use his timeouts if necessary. They got all 3 timeouts. No, they have 2 timeouts remaining. They took one there.
Is Waller the offensive coordinator?
No, Malavasi's the offensive coordinator.
The reason I asked that, I was wondering why he was talking to Waller.
Well, he's a quarterback coach, Jim.
I see.
First and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. They held the ball outside the 32-yard line. Haden has completed 5 passes in 9 attempts for 93 yards and 1 touchdown. Miller's had 2 receptions for 52 yards and 1 touchdown. Jesse's had 2 receptions for 36 yards for the Los Angeles Rams.
He's also telling them what defense to expect and what to do in this situation if it comes up, and what to do in that situation.
Does he talk to Malavasi before he talks to Haden?
That's usually all thought out ahead of time.
I see.
Before you come here.
Want the fans to know, Big George. Let's coach them.
Alan Bryant to the 25-yard line. Federspiel and Chapman made the tackle. No timeout signal. They're ready to go once again. Hurry up. 2nd and 3. Penalty markers thrown. Incompletion to Miller.
The Saints had too many men on the field. They couldn't get off. Substitute couldn't get off. That he called the Rams backfield motion.
I think both teams had a penalty. I think it's a nullifying penalty on this in this case.
I think you're right. We'll hear from the referee in a moment, Fred Silva, which for broadcasters was a great addition a few years ago when they put in the rule allowing him to explain it to us.
Defense, 60, 12 men on the field. First down.
Defense had 12 men on the field.
Absolutely right, Coach.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Coach, how did you count those men so fast?
I got 3 eyes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Haden to Willie Miller, and he's got it. Willie Miller at the 13-yard line. Maury Spencer covering. That stops the clock as he went across the sideline marker, and it shows 1:16 left in the half.
Jim, this is a good call. Haden rolls out, a half rollout, gives him time to look and read, and then watch Willie Miller snap at that ball.
Yes.
Take it away. Just reach out and take it away from the defense.
Well, you know what we thought about him a long time ago.
Listen, he's going to be a tough guy to get out of that lineup.
Well, I couldn't think of him being out of the lineup, George.
Haden is 6 for 10, 100 yards. It's first and 10 short of the 13-yard line. Haden going to the corner. Jesse incomplete.
Well, that's again smart on Hayden's part. Overthrow rather than underthrow. You overthrow, you stop the clock. It's a touchdown. You underthrow, it could be picked off. Lay it on the fingertips of the good tight end.
Well, if we look at his face, George, it looks as if he's a little disgusted with himself. Maybe he didn't intend to overthrow, but I understand the philosophy that you mean. It's a dangerous pass out there.
Right. Pick that off, you go all the way.
Third down and 3 yards to go. Haden trying to get it out to Cullen Bryant. Penalty marker. Holding against the Rams. That's costly. Fred Silver stepping it off.
Normally, as a coach, you don't like to give another shot, Jim. Here, you stop them.
Number 75, holding.
John Williams
Third down.
was the culprit.
But I think that's a real good call by Dick Nolan. They're behind. They give him a more difficult field goal to kick. But Hayden's been dynamite on these third and longs.
That's true.
Third and 13. Haden. Penalty marker.
Another flag down, Lindsey. Moore coming off the field limping.
Derlin Moore assisted off the field, and we're still in conference. New Orleans is being consulted. There was an early indication of personal foul against the Rams, so New Orleans is being consulted. We'll get an explanation from Fred Silva. It is against the Rams.
Take it again.
Back to the 39-yard line.
Offense, number 75, personal foul, unnecessary roughness.
John Williams.
All right, now let's watch. We will probably be able to see this holding. Yes, you see the shirt. I don't think you can grab the shirt. But they want to protect that guy, number 11, so they're going to do everything they can do to protect him.
Third and 28 at the 38-yard line. 1:01 remaining in the first half. Pat Haden gets it complete to Cappelletti at the 32-yard line.
Here comes the field goal team.
Field goal units being led out by Frank Corral.
They're not going to take a chance in this situation. They're going to...
Clock's running with 37 seconds remaining in the half. Cromwell will hold for him, and this will be a 49-yard attempt.
The Saints are going to go all out to block this.
He missed a 51-yarder earlier, trying a 49 now. No good. No good wide. No good. 16 seconds left on the clock. The ball goes over at the line of scrimmage to the Saints.
Now, when we look at the Saints, we know they're not going to take a chance. They're not going to be offside or make a mistake to give the Rams another chance. That's very wise football.
When they're giving you the ball, you never want to commit a foul.
Exactly.
Frank's in a little bit of a slump now.
I mentioned that earlier, George. Yeah. This could work on the kid's mind. He had a great one in his first game.
1st and 10 at the 32 for New Orleans. Clock starts on the snap. Archie Manning swings it out. Galbreath's got it, and he's across the 30-35. Up near the 38-yard line.
Timeout. Saints have 2 timeouts left. That's what they call, Jim, an option screen. Either can throw downfield or dump it off to the back. It's a good, safe pass. Difficult to get sacked on. That's what the Rams ran a lot last week against the Oilers, remember?
Oh, yes, definitely.
So, now here, to my way of thinking, and I'm not trying to second guess, but I'd go for a bomb, put it up, hope you get an interference call. Maybe you get the big completion. With the new rules, you have more chance for an interference call, Lindsey.
You're right. We'll have a chance to see what Dick Nolan's attitude is at this point. If his attitude is really strong, he'll throw the bomb. If he's trying to just hold what he has, then he's probably going to just run the clock out.
The last 6-7 minutes, the Saints have taken over. The crowd, the team, the sidelines. See, you see very few guys sitting on the bench. They're all up and around.
Archie Manning coming back now. We'd like to remind you with 6 seconds remaining in the half that during the halftime intermission, we'll be hearing from Irv and Jan and Brent, who will bring us up to date on highlights and scores. It's a big day all around the league, of course, and they'll update us on everything that's happening elsewhere. Right here, the Rams are leading the Saints by a score of 20-7, and the Saints have the ball. They have it 2nd and 4 at the 38.
He has time for 2 plays here if they throw the right type of pass, right on the sideline, on the button, and get out of bounds.
Handlers on a wide left. Strachan carrying across the 40, 45, up to the 49-yard line, and time has run out as they ran it out so that they go into the locker room with the score as it was. And that's the end of the first half here at the Louisiana Superdome with the score, the Rams 20 and the Saints 7.
I see terrible things.
My future?
Your clothes. You'd look better in Hager slacks. Or a Hager sport coat and slacks. Even a Hager vested suit. All of today's Dacron polyester at prices that won't cost you a fortune. Now I see a romance, a beautiful woman.
My girlfriend.
My daughter, Imelda.
Hager, because looking good makes you feel good.
Dawn Launch, Sea of Japan. The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.
This is Uniflow motor oil from Exxon. Change to it, and after break-in, here's what it could do for you. It could save you money because it could save you gas. About $2 worth for each quart it takes to make the change. That amounts to a gas savings of about $10 between oil changes. Uniflow from Exxon. Saves money, saves gas. Change after change, after change, after change, after change.
Next Saturday, CBS Sports Spectacular presents the U.S. Grand Prix East from Watkins Glen, the world's strongest man competition, and more. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
Welcome back to New York. I'm Brent Musburger, and it looks like a one-game playoff tomorrow in Fenway Park. Boston right now leading the Blue Jays 2-0, and the Yankees are being clobbered by the Indians 7-2. Guidry would pitch for the Yankees tomorrow, Torres for the Red Sox. Fenway Park, a one-game playoff for the American League East title if those scores hold right now. As for the NFL scores around the league, we've got Minnesota routing Tampa Bay 24-7 in the fourth. Atlanta leading the Giants by 2 points, also in the fourth. Miami has come back. They lead St. Louis by 7 in the fourth. Houston and Cleveland, the Browns by 4 in the fourth. Buffalo gave up 6 quick points to Marv Levy, then struck back for 28. Chuck Knox is going to win one easily. Pittsburgh over the New York Jets without Richard Todd, 28-17. San Diego, new coach Don Coryell, and they may upset New England, 20-14, fourth period. Detroit and Green Bay, many of you watching this game, Packers lead it by 21. Chicago is next for Green Bay. Los Angeles, 20-7. Some of you have been watching that game. The Rams again, devastating. Jimmy the Greek says they're the best team in football right now. And Baltimore leading Philadelphia 14-0. That game is at the half. And Jane Kennedy, what's going on at Watkins Glen?
Well, the Grand Prix is already underway, and Mario Andretti is running fourth, and in first is Carlos Reutemann. So let's go for a live report from Ken Squire.
Carlos Reutemann in the 30th of 59 laps in the U.S. Grand Prix at Watkins Glen has the Ferrari in front by 40 seconds. Mario Andretti has disassembled the engine of the Lotus. He is retired, as has John Watson, and now his teammate Nicky Lauda has just retired. Alan Jones is running in second. Going to third is the six-cylinder Renault car of Jubier. Running fourth is Schechter. Fifth is Tambay. And going up the sixth spot is the Brazilian Emerson Fittipaldi. That's the story right here at the U.S. Grand Prix at Watkins Glen.
NFL Today will continue after this word from your local sponsors.
This is CBS.
New England has just tied San Diego at 20, setting up for the extra point. And Irv Cross, the officials have changed something around the league today.
Made a dramatic change, Ben. I'll take a look here. What you have here, you see the 7 officials in these black circles lined up in their normal positions on a kickoff situation. And they made a change because now the referee, who normally would follow the ball up the middle of the field when the kickoff return starts, will now get help from the head linesman as well as the line judge. The umpire will move behind the kicking team. We'll take a look at what happened last week in Pittsburgh, and this is why this change was made when the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns went into overtime. And as a result of the overtime play, we had some controversy develop. Now watch this. The referee is the only person following the ball carrier upfield here. Now had the line judge or the head linesman been involved in this play, the play would have been called a fumble. Cleveland would have recovered the ball, and who knows, perhaps could have won the ball game. But in any case, the adjustment has been made, and you're seeing that field position being called today in all of your game action this afternoon.
All right, down in Atlanta, the New York Giants are under pressure in the fourth quarter. We will show you some highlights from that contest. It is winding down. The Giants struck early, and then Atlanta came back behind Steve Bartkowski to take the upper hand in that contest. It's a kicking game around the NFL today that has caused a great commotion, including from the Giant and the Atlanta game, also the Ram game, as many of you know, down in New Orleans. So let's check in right now. Zonka getting the call, and it was 7-0 Giants. Now watch the block field goal here. And Kelly coming down the left sideline, number 55, about to be trapped by the Falcons, looking for big George Martin right now. And as soon as he's surrounded, he spots him. The quick lateral, and the Giants made it look easy, perhaps too easy. Lehman Bennett going with Bartkowski instead of June Jones these days. Bartkowski finding Wallace Francis. He ran it in for the touchdown, 14-7. Bartkowski scored himself in this game. You'll watch coming up right here on this sneak, and it's 16-14, Atlanta with the lead. St. Louis and Miami. The Cardinals, again in the first half, were able to play good football, but in the second half, their defense has let down. Here is Strachan of the Dolphins going to Harris. This set up a field goal by Yepremian. It was 3-0. Strachan here looking for Nat Moore. Touchdown. It was 10-0. Now the Cardinals ball. 1st and 10 on the Miami 45. End around coming up. It is Mel Gray. And you give him daylight, and he'll turn it into a big gain every time. Cardinals then drove down to the 2. Thaxton got the call, and it was 10-7 Miami. Now, Hart again looking for Jones this time, and he is really going to get jarred here by the Dolphins. Fumbled it. 3 seconds left in the half. Cardinals recover the ball, and Bakken was able to tie it at 10. But in the second half, Miami has taken charge. Strachan, long 46-yard pass to Nat Moore, and right now it is 24-10, Miami over St. Louis. Minnesota and Tampa Bay. 2 weeks ago, of course, Minnesota was upset by the Buccaneers, but this afternoon in Tampa, it has been a different story. Tarkenton going to number 35, Robert Miller. He got a first down at the Tampa 30-yard line. Then Tarkenton handed off to Miller. He was able to get in for the touchdown. It was 7-0. Watch the bobbled touchdown by Morris Owens coming up here. Doug Williams, the rookie from Grambling, perfectly, and Owens stays right with it. 6 for the Bucs, it's 10-7. Here's another punt play coming up. Dave Green's punt is about to be blocked by Steve Craig. And Fred McNeil recovers for Minnesota and runs in for the touchdown. I am told that we've got something brewing down in Atlanta, so let's check it out live right now. We are in the 4th quarter in that game. 16-14, Atlanta is with the lead. We check a replay here, Irv Cross, on the Giants.
It's pass interference, Brent. The officials called. I think they're going to determine that the Giant receiver pushed off that Atlanta Falcon defender, and the Giants are going to be assessed a penalty here. They're talking about it now.
It's 4th down coming up right now. You could see that closed fist signal by the referee, and again it is 16-14, Atlanta with the lead in the 4th quarter. So a field goal in this situation would put the Giants ahead, and Joe Danella is the man under the gun. You are watching live out of Atlanta. Atlanta leading the Giants, 16-14. We are in the 4th quarter. Perfect hold, and it is up, and it looks true. And right now, let's send you back from New York to the games you're watching.
And here it is halftime in New Orleans at the Superdome. The Los Angeles Rams are leading the New Orleans Saints by a score of 20-7. We have another big half of football to go here in New Orleans.
The Computer Society. It's big news everywhere, and now it's in color TV. Computer Color 330 from Magnavox. Computer Color 330 with 25% more lines of resolution. A sharper, crisper color picture than ever before possible. Touch-tune television with Computer Color 330. New from Magnavox. Now from Magnavox, free remote control for a limited time only when you buy any Computer Color 330 Videomatic TV.
Take any razor available in America. Any razor. Now there's an electric shaver that will shave as close or your money back. The Remington XLR. Remington can guarantee a close shave because only Remington has this remarkable 3-part system. The first head shaves close, the second closer. The unique intercept cutter is designed to shave longer hairs. The Remington XLR. It shaves as close as a blade or your money back.
That's me, Bill Simpson, with my teammates, the Los Angeles Rams. And this is my wife, Lynn.
And we'd like to show you Hollywood, one of the places that makes Los Angeles a magical city.
Motion pictures have made this the dream capital of the world. From the sound stages to the back lots, movie stars have made make-believe an escape for millions. But for the 3 million people who live here, their lives are very real. For some, their story is just beginning.
Here at Holy Family Services, homeless babies are cared for until their real parents are ready for them, or a good home can be found. You can walk away from a sad movie, but you just can't walk away from these infants.
Seeing this agency, I realized that through our United Way, we can help shape the real story of somebody's life, at least the beginning, and that's important. United Way works in Los Angeles.
It works in your town, too. Thanks to you, it works for all of us, the United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League. Well, we have some tape here of some great plays by Jim Brown during his playing career. Now, George Allen and I saw these, but there's Jim Brown on the sideline. This is for a generation of people. We want to show what kind of a football player Jim Brown was. There he goes on a 60-yard run against the Chicago Bears. Remember that, Jim Brown?
Yes, I remember it, but, you know, nobody likes to talk about an old broken-down football player, right, George?
Well, I think I remember that because I was with the Bears that time, Jim. A great run.
Well, that guy don't even have a mustache.
Well, he did more than one of those. He did them week after week after week. Number 32, Jim Brown, off and running once again.
Well, he set that up. He made a little dip inside, and then he went outside, and that move, sliding outside, set that run up.
Not only was he a great running back, of course, so he was a pass receiver as well. Gets this one, and it's a 32-yard pickup for another touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Well, this one's maybe one you even want to throw back. It's only 30 yards, but it's a touchdown.
Well, Jim had tremendous vision. He could see ahead and use his blockers, and that's what a great runner has.
This one is good for 70 yards and a touchdown. Look at this. Breaks tackle after tackle.
Tremendous balance. Feet moving all the time. And he still has something left if he needs it.
Now we have him in color film as we're going to show you more runs. This is against the St. Louis Cardinals. And this one goes for 55.
Yeah, see, he's hit. He had balance. Look at that. Picking those legs up. Tremendous.
This is against the Giants. Where's Sam Huff?
I used to see him too much, I'll tell you. They had a great scientific defense led by Huff.
Jim was under control there.
Gets this one in for another touchdown.
How about Yankees do?
And now against Dallas.
Yeah, pretty good straight arm there, Jim.
Yes, sir. Got my blood churning out here now.
And this is against the Giants, 5 yards. Jim Brown took it in, so we just wanted a little evidence to prove to you that Jim Brown was, in fact, one of the really great running backs in the history of this game.
Those were tremendous shots. I really enjoyed them, Jim.
Well,
I tell you what, now right now, if I'm coaching next year, I'm going to bring you out of retirement.
You mean I can come back for a game or two?
I'm going to bring you out of retirement after looking at those
Try to get some records back?
Jim Brown, there were all sorts of things that are reported, you know, and rumors and things when a football player is hot. What was the relationship between you and your coach? What's your opinion of your coach now in retrospect, Paul Brown?
And looking back, I love Paul Brown. I loved his organization. I loved his attitude. And wherever he's at, I'd like to say, hey, Coach, you really did a job with me.
Well, he did that.
Now, Jim and Lindsey, here's a big series coming up now. The Saints have the momentum right now.
Lipo kicks it off. You saw Ladden deep, and Ladden's waiting. He's got it at the 11-yard line. He's at the 15, at the 20, and Jerry Ladden's at the 25 and stopped at the 30-yard line. 20-7 is the score as we start the third quarter. Lindsey Nelson with George Allen and Jim Brown here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Now
your first half stats.
Yeah, you see what those stats don't show is those block kicks.
That's true.
See, the Rams are ahead by 20-7, and it's 8-7 on first downs. But this first series on offense is important for the Rams to regain momentum now.
Cappelletti and Bryant, of course, are the running backs for Pat Haden. Cullen Bryant. Cullen out to the 34-yard line. Tom Myers made the tackle for the New Orleans Saints.
I like the way Myers hits, Jim.
Myers hits. It's a beautiful way that he tackles. He gets his head in there, he gets his shoulder in there. We'll get a chance to look at him.
Here he is.
Cullen is determined. He's about 240 pounds. Now watch Myers. He drops it in there. He drives. He keeps his feet moving, driving.
Second down play coming. Again, Cullen Bryant. This time, Joe Fetterspiel gets to him. As Haden retreating.
This is an example of the Saints' positive attitude. They could come out and lay down, but they are not going to do that, although they have a lot of injuries.
3rd and 6.
Here's a big down now for both ball clubs.
Got Haden. Completed.
Wow!
Terry Nelson with the penalty marker. Terry Nelson, but there's a penalty marker. Holding is indicated against the Rams.
Holding on the Rams.
John Williams again, I think.
Yeah, there's Williams.
Watch the shirt. You see the shirt.
Yeah, he's grabbing him with both hands.
Fred Silva will give us some confirmation, I think.
Offense, number 75.
Yep.
Holding.
You know, Haden is dynamite on 3rd down. Now, he could come back with the same play because he's had plenty of time to throw. The Saints pass rush can't give him that much time to throw.
Well, he's mixed it up so well, George, until they really don't know what to do. I mean, if they can't rush because he has a run going.
3rd and 16. Haden. Well, he puts this one up, hoping Jesse can run underneath, but it's intercepted. Taken by Clarence Chapman. Clarence Chapman with the interception. 1st and 10, New Orleans.
Now there's Haden had time to throw. He tried to go for the bomb. He underthrew him. Jesse was open.
So time is taken now. Rams 20 to Saints 7.
You've seen how we build the Firestone 721 radio. Here's how we back it up with the full 2-year warranty. If a Firestone 721 becomes unserviceable in the 2 years after you purchase it because of a defect in workmanship or materials, we'll replace it free. Only road hazard and in-service abuse are not covered. This offer is good on every 721 sold for passenger car use between now and October 31st by any Firestone dealer or store.
You can tell by their style and flair, they're now. And you can tell by the way they're getting there, they're now. The Futura is now.
There's a distinctive personal car for now, the 79 Futura, with tomorrow's look right now, space efficiency for now, high mileage ratings that are now, and a sticker price that says, why wait?
The future isn't someday, it's now.
The Futura is now.
Fairmont Futura, at your Ford dealers.
Now.
We're at the Superdome in New Orleans, where the Los Angeles Rams are leading the Saints 20 to 7, but the Saints have just intercepted. They have possession, 1st and 10 at their 33.
Now the Saints have to do something on this first series of the 3rd quarter.
Archie Manning is, of course, their quarterback. Galbreath across the 35-yard line. Got to the 36. Cody Young and Jim Youngblood in to make the tackle.
You know, Jim, the Saints have been a pretty good team coming from behind. Last week they came from behind to beat Cincinnati.
That's true.
And they've taken over this game now, Lindsey. And if they can do something this series, we can get a new ball game.
And in fact, they send Chandler far to the left side as Archie Manning bends in to take the snap. Manning. And it's Galbreath. Penalty marker was thrown, and it's at the 47-yard line. 2 flags were thrown.
Manning had a chance to run there and pick up some yardage.
A lot of times when you scramble like that, you create clipping situations for your blockers because they don't know where anybody's going to go.
Well, they get downfield. And he throws the ball. He did the right thing by throwing.
Penalty is being checked out, and Fred Silva will explain it.
64 offense, downfield. 49, illegal contact, defense, replay.
Offsetting penalty.
That's the new jam rule, Lindsey, where 49 uses hands beyond the 5 yards.
That's Rod Perry, and Dave LaFleur was the lineman downfield. Giants 20, Atlanta 16 in the fourth quarter. They're replaying the down. They were offsetting. Manning. Strong. Struggling after the 46-yard line. Pat Thomas holding on. It's a
Great
first
effort.
and 10.
Great effort.
You're right, Coach.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at Pat Thomas. He's been doing a fantastic job this year.
Oh, he has.
I mean, that's a stud, and he's wrestling. But actually, Strachan did a great job because he had real determination. That has nothing to do with technique. That was all determination.
That's right.
They picked up 10 yards for a first and 10 at the 46-yard line. 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Chandler in motion across. Strachan is carrying. 50-yard line, 45. The Saints are moving to the 42-yard line. Mike Strachan.
Ever since that blocked punt, we got a new ball game. They blocked out on Elmendorf.
You're right. Now, there's one thing we should notice here. The Rams have a problem against good, big, fast backs. They did a good job on Dorsett, but it's very difficult for them to make tackles on big backs.
They picked up 12 yards to make it first and 10. New Orleans at the Rams' 42-yard line. Chandler in motion. Strachan.
Now, if you'll notice, those first couple of men on the Rams are arm tackling, and they're missing. Now, let's watch the arm tackles. There's one right there. Boom. Another one. Boom. All right, now let's get down low and take a look at this.
Nice play by
You want to get the shoulders in there. And as you said, Coach, Freddie Dry came in and did it the way you're supposed to do it.
2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line. Manning. Out to Galbreath. That's back, goes to the 40. Trying to pivot, and he goes down at the 38-yard line.
You know,
well, we've got Miami leading St. Louis 24-10 in the fourth quarter. Cardinals haven't won one yet. And it is Houston 13, Cleveland 10 in the third quarter. It's Buffalo 28, Kansas City 13, and that is a final score. Right here, it is 20-7. The Rams are leading the Saints.
3rd and 6, Lindsey.
3rd and 6, and the ball's inside the 38-yard line.
Nickel defense for the Rams.
9 minutes, 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Manning on the quarterback draw, and Archie Manning all the way to the 22-yard line.
Great call. Tremendous call. Odd man line, Jim. Let the nose man go the way he wants to. And then run the quarterback draw with a guy like Manning.
Is this something you would do against the nickel defense?
Yes.
When they expect you to pass or something?
Yeah, it's a very vulnerable to a quarterback draw with a runner like Manning. Tremendous call, good execution.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Archie Manning, his 8th year in the National Football League. Strachan is carrying. That's back and got to about the 18. Jim Youngblood hit him first.
All right, let's watch the attitude of Galbreath. That's strong. He makes a cut. He has to leave his feet, and he's caught in the air. You try not to leave your feet unless you have to. Usually you do that on the goal line.
He got 3 yards.
2nd and 6 at the 18. What
will we do here, Coach?
I'd give him a play-action pass, but that's...
Second and 6 at the 18.
They got him going.
Manning swings it out to Galbreath. But he loses 3 back to the 21 as Isaiah Robertson closed him off.
We call that flow action, Jim. Both backs go in the same direction. They hit the second back. The Rams defense that real well. They're quick. There's Isaiah right there making a play. Good pursuit. No chance. 5 men in the play.
3rd and 9 at the 21. The Saints have converted 4 of 10 third down situations. Manning with his running back split. Archie Manning. As he made the first down, I think he got it and hit the deck.
He got it. When a quarterback can run, what an extra dimension that is. Now this was not designed. He wanted to throw downfield. Nobody was open. Nice job of running.
The key to this is the continual play of the Saints linemen. They keep trying to block. They keep moving, and that allowed Manning to do that.
They measured, and it is a first down. You hear the roar of the crowd at the indication that it is a 1st and 10.
Now watch the blocks. Watch the continuation of action on the part of the Saints. It was a good block back there. Manning is moving. The guys are looking.
He ducked under and didn't take the ball.
He's smart, Coach.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. It was a first down by about a foot when they measured it. There's a quick pitch to Strachan. He cuts back. Drives to the 9-yard line. Perhaps the 8. Larry Brooks and Jim Youngblood were there. Here is a final score. Miami has defeated St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 24-10, and Bud Wilkinson still has not had a victory. Here's a final score. Pittsburgh 28, the Jets 17, as Pittsburgh rolls along. And it is New England 28, San Diego 23. Don Coryell's first game as coach of San Diego. That's the final. 2nd and 7 here. Well, he puts it up and hopes Ike Harris can get it. And he did. He did. Ike Harris got it. What a kick. Ike Harris got it. Rod Perry was the defender. Ike Harris took the ball.
That was a well-thrown ball, perfectly thrown ball. He let the receiver fight for it and take it away. Now, Ike Harris jumps well, goes up, takes it away from Rod Perry.
Yes, that is determination, Coach. He wanted that ball.
Beautiful drive.
Yes.
Beautiful touchdown drive.
67 yards on 11 plays, and here is Leipold to attempt the conversion. It's blocked. It's blocked. Simply no conversion. It is no good. Each team has missed one. So there's a 7-point differential as the Rams are leading 20-13.
Now a low line drive kick. Low trajectory.
So it is Rams 20 and the Saints 13 in the third quarter in New Orleans.
This is a classroom. Airborne. If it looks like your kind of challenge, join the people who've joined the Army. For more information, call this number toll-free.
All the guys that do commercials for light beer from Miller are big stars and guys like that. Me, I'm just a humble bartender, but I drink light too, and I'll tell you why. It's less filling, it's got 1/3 less calories than a regular beer, and it tastes great.
Jerry, now that you're a big star, can I have your autograph?
Well, sure, Mr. Dangerfield.
Hey, would you like mine?
Not really.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
How about my initials?
5 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter as you see Archie Manning on that touchdown pass.
You know, one year Ike Harris did that same thing against the Rams when he was with St. Louis. Laying the ball up in the air, let him go up and play it at its highest point and take it away from the defender.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about size. That's a situation where size does make a difference.
Live Hope kicking it, and it's Oda Jode outside of the field at the 27, at the 17, 20, 25, 30. Jode got it back to the 38, but there is a penalty marker on the play.
You know, the first series on offense, the Rams were stopped. They were intercepted. The first series on offense, the Saints went the length of the field and scored. Now we have a new ball game.
That is the first time this year that the Rams defense has given up any points in the third quarter. Here's a final score. Minnesota Vikings 24, Tampa Bay 7.
The Saints made a good trade when they got Ike Harris. I've always liked him. He was tough to defense.
On the run back, 55, holding. First down.
Carl Eckern was holding on the run back. It's at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Let's see what Haden does. See if he comes out throwing.
Be very interesting right now.
Rams 20 and New Orleans 13. Bryant in motion outside. Now it's deflected and it is incomplete. Joe Campbell got a hand on it. Joe Campbell.
Yeah, he got his hands up real well. There's an example where Campbell, 6'5", 6'6", his height blurred Haden's vision.
I think he would have blurred my vision as big as he is, Coach.
You got to throw around a guy like that.
Well, on that particular play, it's very difficult to maneuver because the timing is so precise.
Second down and 10 yards to go for the Rams at their own 26. The final score, Buffalo 28, Kansas City 13. That's final. Penalty markers everywhere. Whistle stopped the play on the pitch to Cullen Bryant.
Doug France is in motion.
Well, what you have here is, like you said, the Saints have sort of taken this game over. The Rams are in a little state of shock.
And you see, the other thing is Haden was going on sound, so the first sound you hear may not be your quarterback's voice.
I'll tell you that in this dome, you might not even hear a sound.
It does get noisy indoors.
Oh, these fans are great for their team here.
Ball start, 77.
Doug France. 2nd and 15. Back at the 21. Haden. And now he is pulled out. It's Alois Grooms. Alois Grooms got to him.
He beat John Williams to the outside. Now watch him. He got underneath him and just kept coming and beat him to the outside.
Yes, he did.
Nice pass rush, good technique. He just kept coming.
And that doesn't happen too often to Pat Haden.
That's the first sack in 2 weeks.
That shot tells it all.
On his derriere after a loss of 10. 3rd and 25.
When you get ahead, you've got to bring it on home. You don't allow the other team to get up this kind of momentum.
Haden likes corner patterns here. Let's see what he does.
Haden's at the goal line. He guns it, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it out there.
Haden was down. Haden got hit as he delivered the ball. A delivery hit. Watch Haden get hit as he delivered the ball. Right there. Down he goes.
A tremendous ovation for the New Orleans defense as they came off the field and the punting unit came in.
Like I said, Lindsey, we are in New Orleans. It is one of the most different cities in the country.
You're so right. Glenn Walker's back. One punt for 38 yards and another blocked, and Chandler's deep to receive it near midfield. Gets it off and booms it out, and Chandler moves over at his own 48. He has it at the 50. And he gets to the 48-yard line of the Rams, 1st and 10 for the Saints, who trail by only 7 points. 42-yard punt.
Good coverage by the Rams.
Automatic telephone has a memory. Tiny chips that can do the work of thousands of transistors. Lets you store the numbers you call most often. So to ring a phone, you just touch a button. Who would you like to call fast?
The fire department.
My daughter at school.
My daddy.
What's his number?
311-555-2368.
There, that stores the number. Now, anytime you want to call him, just touch this button. This saves a lot of redialing when the line is busy.
Hey, now, that's terrific. I really think it's great. I'm going to get one of those.
Oh, that's terrific. It's a way to bring people together with the touch of a button.
The Bell System. People using technology to help keep down costs and improve service. Keeping your phone system the best in the world.
Network, starring Faye Dunaway, William Holden, and Peter Finch. Network, Wednesday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
The Saints are trailing by 7 points. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Los Angeles 48-yard line. We have 4 minutes, 51 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. The noisy Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Strachan struggles to the 44-yard line. All on effort.
We were talking about arm tackling. From the end zone, we look at this. First shot, all arms. Second shot, a lot of arms, not much shoulder, so consequently you get dragged.
Well, he's cutting back against the grain real well. He's reading the blockers, and the Rams are pursuing. He's cutting back.
2nd and 6. New Orleans at the Rams 44. Archie Manning. Charles has it. Henry Charles at the 28-yard line. Elmendorf made the tackle at the 28-yard line.
There's a good play-action fake right here, Coach.
Good call, Jim. Fine execution. Well thrown. Right on the button. Good catch. Good call. 2nd and 6.
Pro football is so much emotions and attitude.
Oh.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Harrison motion back inside. That's Strachan with the ball. Strachan cuts back. Got down to about the 27, picked up about a yard. Tony Galbreath got on the ball. Tony Galbreath got on the ball.
All right. Strachan is not a fumbler. He makes a move over here. He has to jump over his own man who trips. Now let's watch the ball very closely because I think a hand is going to come in there. Yes.
Yeah, right there.
You see the hand?
Right hand coming in.
If he did what you said, George, by putting 2 hands there, he wouldn't have done that. But in that case, it was too early for 2 hands.
Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line. Now Manning retreats. And Harris has it. Ike Harris has the ball. Ike Harris made the catch.
Ike Harris made that play. He came back for the ball.
Yes, he did. Why don't you tell us about that? He came back to the ball, did you say, George?
Great throw, but Ike Harris made the play by coming back for the ball. Perry has good position on him. He took it away from him. Tremendous.
Ray Malavasi, head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, along the sideline. It's 1st down and 10 yards to go now for the Saints. They picked up 17 yards on that play. They have the ball at the Rams' 13-yard line. Galbreath hit by Jack Reynolds immediately, the first man to get to him.
They haven't done much on draws against the Rams. The Rams have stopped their draws.
Well, draws represent such a timing thing. If the back doesn't take the proper timing, it's not going to work. I think that was a little too quick.
Yeah, and a guy like Brooks and Jones are such good athletes that they can spin back in and make the play. Now the Rams used their nickel defense here. 16-yard line.
Well, we might look for the quarterback draw then, but I doubt it in this situation.
2nd and 13 at the 16. Harrison motion across. Manning swings it out to Galbreath. Galbreath. Getting back to the 13, where the
flag on the field.
started. Penalty marker on the play.
Little ground level here.
That's at the floor.
Holding against the Saints is indicated.
Hitting the second back. You know, Jim, since they allowed the offense to use the hands more, extend the arms and the elbows, there's more holding calls than ever.
Yes, it doesn't really make sense, does it, Coach?
Because there's a tendency to hold more than there is actually block.
Yeah.
Trying to get Fred Silver straightened around now to mark off the penalty against the Saints.
Well, to all of our viewers out there, we're looking at a great momentum change.
Number 64, holding.
Dave LaFerre was holding on the play. He is the biggest of the New Orleans linemen, 6'7", 280.
All right, watch 64.
Second and 23 at the 26. Contact before the snap. Freddie Dreyer came across. J.T. Taylor.
Lindsey and Jim, the Rams defense dictated that. They faked the safety blitz. Manning called an audible, and his lineman moved. See?
Oh, yes.
That's being on offense when you're on defense.
And whenever that happens, your defense should move. In other words, a smart defensive man will then move.
Draw the ball.
That's right.
Second and 28 at the 31. Manning drops back. Up the middle, and it's complete to Galbreath. He's at the 22.
Manning got hit as he delivered the ball, Lindsey.
Well, they better soften him up now, Coach.
Watch. See that? Those delivery hits.
That was a good thought on Galbraith's part, because normally a guy will overplay, and if he makes that move, that reverse move, usually you'll get out of that.
3rd and 18, short of the 21-yard line. 3rd down and 18 yards to go. Manning. Galbreath, and Galbreath now wants to evade a tackler. Gets it into the 8-yard line.
Boy.
Not enough for a first down. Not nearly enough for a first down. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Great job. Great job. Under pressure, too.
Yeah, Archie Manning is hot right now, Coach.
Good throw, good catch. She's covered by Youngblood. Youngblood has him man for man on that.
That's a difficult coverage for Youngblood.
Time has run out in the 3rd quarter as Leipold came onto the field. Field goal man Leipold came on, set up for a possible field goal, and then time ran out. With the score 20-13 Rams at the end of 3.
Look, out on the road. It's a car. It's a Fiesta.
It's Wundercar, Ford Fiesta from Germany, with front-wheel drive and Michelin steel-belted radios for sure-footed traction. Fiesta, Wundercar, with responsive acceleration that's quick to the rescue. Fiesta, Wundercar, ready to go long distances on a gallon of gas. Wundercar, disguised as a Fiesta.
I like it, Clark.
So do I, Lois, at your Ford dealer.
Sir, your cape is showing.
You know, for too long now, bowlers have been left out of light beer commercials, and football players have been grabbing all the glory. But bowlers know light beer from Miller tastes great. We know light's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. We know light's less filling. Bowlers love light just as much as football players.
That's right.
And we also love the easy opening can.
You sure do.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
The Rams Rams are leading the Saints 20-13. We have a quarter to go here at the New Orleans Superdome, the Louisiana Superdome. It is 4th down and 5 to go for the Saints. They have the ball at the 8-yard line.
Lindsey, Leipold sometimes kicks a line drive, a low trajectory. We might watch for that. He had an extra point blocked the last time.
The third quarter belonged to the Saints as the Rams made no first downs in the third quarter. Leipold has had 2 field goals of 2 attempted, 39 yards and 27 yards against the Bengals last week. And this will be a 26-yard attempt with Blanchard holding. Blanchard waits for the snap, puts it down, Leipold, and it is deflected wide.
Exactly what you said, Coach.
Right. Boy, all that drive was wasted now. All that great play.
Watch the trajectory on this kick. This is the advantage of working with you, Coach, because you know all of these things.
Thank you, Jim. Enjoy it.
So we'll return to the Louisiana Superdome after this word from your local station.
Can Kaz defend an accused swindler when he finds out his client is really guilty? Find out on Kaz tonight on CBS.
Yeah, gets a good takeoff.
Make it short, and I'll make another comment that'll be behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it right. That's great. That's great. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. A great takeoff by 27 Thomas, and he comes right down the line, flat, and the ball is kicked low. A big play for the Rams.
Big play for the Rams because they are responding now to the Saints.
Rams had the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20. They had the ball for only 6 offensive plays in the third quarter. Big Cullen Bryant picks up 10 yards and a first down as he gets across the 30.
And Big Cullen Bryant is responding.
Now the momentum seems to have changed. The Saints have...
Now watch Cullen. His head is up. He moves behind that block very well. Gets ready for the hit. He doesn't get his shoulder quite low enough, but he did try to get it low. He made a good spin, tried to get the shoulder low again, and fell forward.
That was the first Ram first down in this half. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Cappelletti to the 40-yard line. Tom Myers made the stop.
Now the offensive lines, the Rams, watch this hole open up for Cappelletti.
Big hole. Last 2 plays, Jim. Tremendous holes.
Beautiful blocking.
You can drive a truck through there.
That's what you want to see as a running back.
Drive a truck through there.
I mean an old running back.
2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line. Hit immediately. It was Alex Price, number 75.
Yeah. Well, 75 took an inside charge, beat the guard to the inside, and lets the middle linebacker come around and fill outside.
He probably couldn't have done that some other point in the game, but he's excited right now, and it gave him that extra quickness, emotion, and attitude once again.
For baseball fans, here's a final score. Cleveland has defeated the Yankees by a final score of 9-2. And in the 8th inning, Boston is leading Toronto 5-0. If it stays that way, we'll have a playoff in the American League tomorrow at Fenway Park in Boston. 1 game for the American League Championship. Haden's completed pass taken by Miller as he goes out of bounds at the 43.
That's a nice call by Pat. A sprint out, 3rd and 3, get away from the rush, He can run or pass.
He's got his convoy out there.
Puts pressure on the defense.
Look at that hit.
He got clobbered.
Here is a final score. Atlanta has defeated the New York Giants by a score of 23-20, and that is final. First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Haden has the ball up the middle and complete to Nelson. Terry Nelson has it. Terry Nelson.
Watch out for Terry.
Down to the 6-yard line. Clarence Chapman overhauled him.
Great call by Pat. Tremendous play execution. First and 10.
But as we look at this, we will learn something about Terry Nelson. Now, of course, Pat Haden threw a beautiful pass. It was a great call. Watch the physical attitude of Terry Nelson. His speed, he wants it. He wants a touchdown. He's got Charlie Young behind him, but he is the kind of guy that has that positive mental and physical attitude.
They covered 50 yards.
See how the momentum's changed now?
Bryant got about a yard.
You know, when I first came to the Rams, I asked the PR department, I said, what was Terry Nelson's average after the catch? Because every film I looked at, Jim, he was making so many yards after the catch. And that previous play was an example of that.
Oh, yes. We had one earlier in this game that was called back that he took off for the end zone.
You see how that blocked field goal turns the tide?
Second and goal at the 6-yard line. And Haden. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Terry Nelson again.
You know, this shot is an example of where a quarterback might have too much time to throw. He sees so many things. He has all day to throw, and he finally overthrows Terry here. He still didn't have to throw. Sometimes you can get too much time to throw. It makes you hesitate.
You're absolutely right.
Takes away your precision.
And that has happened with Haden a few times.
Yeah. Third and goal at the 6. The Rams have converted 3 of 9. Third down situation. Haden. Penalty marker. Terry Nelson couldn't hold it. The holding against the Rams. Holding against the Rams.
Now, we talk about looking the ball into your hands. I'm sure that Nelson is really fired up now. The ball is well thrown. I feel that he actually took his eyes off that ball too quick. It was right in his hands. You must look that ball in, especially in a situation like that.
You know, as it turned out, it's better that he dropped it, because if he'd have scored...
Offense, number 60, holding, grabbing the shirt.
Dennis Hara. Loss of 10 makes it third and goal at the 16. Charlie Young is in there now. Terry Nelson has come out. Third down play coming for the Rams. We're leading in the game 20-13. Fourth quarter. And Haden. Well, he ducks and he throws it away. Long beyond the end line.
Their pass rush, Jim, is picking up. They hit Haden again on a delivery sack. Watch right here. He's got time to throw. Nobody's open. He dodges 74, and he gets hit right there.
What's happening is their defensive line is bringing it to the Rams' offensive line. They are motivated now.
Holding them to a field goal is a big play here.
Watch Haden maneuver here. Sometimes it's good not to be too tall.
Yeah, now...
Frank Corral is in to try a field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. A 34-yard attempt, and it is up, and it's good. 34-yarder is good for Corral.
Right through the middle.
And it makes it Rams 23 and the Saints 13. We have 11 minutes, 12 seconds remaining to be played.
This is a key play for Corral, because Corral has missed a couple.
Yes.
Back to his confidence.
Right.
In 1906, Harvey Firestone built the first mechanically mounted pneumatic tires for his friend Henry Ford. You know, Harvey sold a lot of tires because Henry sold a lot of cars. And then in 1908, Harvey came up with the first non-skid tread pattern. You knew it was non-skid because it said so right on the tread. Harvey had a lot of good ideas. He was the first one to put rubber tires on a tractor, ever. You see, Harvey Firestone was never satisfied. He was always looking for a better way. And today, Firestone engineers are still looking for ways to make better tires. And that's led to the finest steel-belted radio Firestone has ever built, the 721. It's a product Harvey Firestone would have been proud of. Because, you know, he always said he wanted Firestone products to be the best today and still better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Frank Corral will kick off now. We have 11 minutes, 12 seconds left to play in the game. Here's the final baseball score. The Boston Red Sox 5, Toronto nothing in the American League tomorrow at Fenway Park in Boston. A one-game playoff for the American League pennant. Mike Torres going for the Boston Red Sox. Ron Guidry going for the New York Yankees. Chandler is center deep, flanked by Marty and Clarence Chapman. Taken in the end zone by Marty, and he will not run it out. Touchback, 1st and 10. Games coming up now: Atlanta versus Pittsburgh, Philadelphia versus New England, and Washington versus Detroit next Sunday here on CBS. It's Chicago and the Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay against Kansas City. That's also next Sunday. And then San Francisco and Los Angeles at the Coliseum, Minnesota versus Seattle, the Giants and Dallas. Consult your local listings for the games and times in your area. Some cities will see only one game because of the NFL blackout policy. Paid attendance here today, 61,654. 61,654 paid at the Superdome. Archie Manning has the ball. Ike Harris has it. Ike Harris at the 39-yard line. Dave Elmendorf made the tackle. Ike Harris is down.
They can't afford to lose Ike Harris.
Not now. He's been doing a tremendous job.
He's a physical receiver.
Yes. I think the play action had a lot to do with the time that Manning had this time.
You know, the Saints are exploiting the Rams' pass defense. No one's hit the Rams' pass defense like that this year.
That's right. I think they have the best pass defense in the league.
They do. They're number one. I think Ike's okay.
Rich Marty is in there to give him a little breather as he comes over to the sideline for the moment. Picked up 20 yards on the play. Here is a final score. Houston defeated the Cleveland Browns 16-13. That's final. That completed pass was the 12th straight completion for the New Orleans Saints. 1st and 10. Galbreath to the 50 and to the 48-yard line.
Nice.
Good move. That's what Dick Nolan likes.
Oh, boy.
Now, you talk about attitude. Watch this move by Tony. All right, right here. Boom. Now, watch this. Back to the inside.
You know,
driving low, lost his balance a little bit, but beautiful.
Kept going. You know, they got him in the 2nd round, Jim. He's a 1st-round pick. They got him in the 2nd round. Heck of a choice.
Chandler wide to the left, Marty wide to the right. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Strachan looking to throw, and Strachan throws long and incomplete to Marty.
Well, I think that was probably designed for Muncie.
That's a good call.
But you see, Strachan looks a little like I used to look throwing the ball in this situation.
Jim, he's in between whether to run or throw.
Yes, sort of pushed it out there. It's going to be up for grabs.
His feet weren't set. He threw off balance. Usually when you do that, you overthrow like he did there.
In the 1st quarter now, the Oakland Raiders are leading the Chicago Bears 3-0. And in the 1st quarter, Denver is leading Seattle 7-0. Archie Manning back. Steps up. Sides to run it. He's at the 40, 35, and hits the deck at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Saints will move to the Los Angeles 30-yard line.
You know, that might be the best play of the Saints.
Very smart on his part.
Yeah, they don't want him to get hurt and do this too much, but believe me, in a game like this, you really shake up the defense because they don't know what to expect.
And he hits the deck right here.
Yes, he does.
He had the first down.
A little different style in Haden, but nevertheless, the same result.
1st and 10 now. That play picked up 19 yards and a first down. Archie Manning driving back. Then he steps up, but he's brought down from behind this time by Jack Youngblood.
Well, Jack has the speed and the quickness to get him from behind.
Yes, that represents the whole Rams defensive line. I would imagine Youngblood and Dry are the two quickest ends in the league.
Look at Youngblood. Keeps coming.
But Archie didn't have enough energy that time. I mean, after that other run, he didn't have the energy really to pull away. I think under other circumstances, he could pull away from Youngblood.
Here's Jim, 2nd and 14. We're in the nickel defense again.
And Ike Harris is back into the ball game now for New Orleans. Ike Harris is in a wide right. Archie Manning.
Oh, they didn't want it.
Just gave Ike a big shot at it.
I tell you, he was lucky there. He didn't have an interception. He threw right in a crowd. There were 3 men around him. That ball could have easily been intercepted.
You're absolutely right. That's anybody's ball, and it seems as if nobody wanted it. Watch this. Watch the reaction, the slow reaction to that ball.
See, there's 3 men right around there.
Yeah, they look like they can't see it.
And I could have had it.
So. Almost did. It'll be 3rd and 14 at the 33-yard line. 8 minutes, 39 seconds left to play. The Rams are leading 23-13. Rams are undefeated. They came in 4-0, and the Saints came into this game 2-2. Saints have converted 5 of 12 third down. Archie Manning sidearms it to Galbreath. Well, he won it.
Yes.
Archie Manning is down. Manning is down. Yeah. That's Manning down.
They dogged him here. The Rams were in a 34 defense. They dogged their 2 outside linebackers. He had
both of them.
He had a throw under pressure.
It's exactly what you were talking about, Coach.
Archie Manning is down.
That's what. Yeah, that's what we call a.
Now, this release, Coach, works very well because it's almost sidearm, but it's almost necessary to get rid of the ball. Now, Galbreath, with that positive attitude, makes a one-hand catch. Now, this is the move that a great back will make.
Tremendous.
That's what Dick Nolan likes. And believe me, he will not be denied.
Great play.
They're giving attention to Archie Manning's left arm, and he's being assisted to his feet now.
Ford introduces a new wagon for the American road. The all-new LTD Country Squire for $79. A new wagon with more driver convenience, more handling ease, more window area, and more passenger room than last year's Country Squire.
This land is your land. This land is my land.
The all-new Ford LTD Country Squire for $79. See it at your Ford dealer now.
Have you ever wondered where major industries do their shopping? When the automotive...
Conversion attempt coming now. John Leipold to attempt the conversion, gets this one up, and it's good. It is good, and so now it is the Rams 23 and the Saints 20. 8 minutes, 28 seconds remaining to be played in this game, so this game is far, far from over.
Oh, yes it is, Lindsey. You don't come to New Orleans and expect just to walk away. There is voodoo in this city.
The noisiest place since Tulane Stadium.
Ford introduces a new wagon for the American road. The all-new LTD Country Squire for $79. A new wagon with more driver convenience, more handling ease, more window area, and more passenger room than last year's Country Squire.
This land is your land. This land is my land.
The all-new Ford LTD Country Squire for $79. See it at your Ford dealer now.
Have you ever wondered where major industries do their shopping? When the automotive industry shops for car thermostats, when the aircraft industry shops for lightweight special metals, when the leisure time industry shops for true temper golf shafts and garden tools, when a number of industries shop for gases and chemicals, they're all drawn to one source. The source? Allegheny Ludlam Industries, the supermarket.
There's Manning along the sideline. While we were away, Manning went off the field. He's been giving attention to that left arm. When he was at Ole Miss, he broke that left arm. But he was moving around otherwise quite well. He's gone to the locker room for some attention. As we get set for the kickoff, Lipo will put it up. Jerry Lattin is center deep. Joe Dott's on that side of the field. Lattin at the 10-yard line. Lattin at the 15 to the 20, 25, and Jerry Lattin to the 28-yard line, pushed back.